guys, gals, what are we looking at? Oh, appreciate you asking, except for Joby. Juicier Bomb, a double New England IPA from SLOOP Brewing. 8.8%. The Bomb series. And it looks something like this. Oh yeah. Double the head too. So much for putting a whole beer in here. We can work our way up to it. Oh, come on, take it all. That's it. You know you like it. Well, it's definitely unfiltered. Smells like a big glass of tropical fruit. Yeah, that's all you need to know. Cheers. Oh yeah, it's got all sorts of shit floating in it too. First thing I'm noticing is like orange peels. It has a definitely a medium mouthfeel. Hell, I've had imperial stouts that weren't as heavy on the mouthfeel as this. Who can it be knocking on my phone? First was Harmarsh saying, "Hey, Brewboomy, I'm sure Matt is familiar with crawling on the ground after some beers." Oh yeah. Wow, there's a delay. I was digging around in the safe and it detected the motion, but that was like 5 minutes ago, so thanks for the heads up. Brad says, "Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, brother Brad. Zeus. Yes, another brew for the ages. Didn't Scourge? Matt, tip over your bike yet? No. I asked him if he wanted to take it for a ride, but he said no. So far. Smile money here. Harmarsh, congratulations, Sam, on passing both your tests. And if Sam was here, she could say thank you, whatever that thing is. Thank you so much. I'm sure she'd probably say thank you so much. Harmarsh again. Yep, it happened with me with a truck I was looking at, but I can't fault my cousin. He promised to sell it to another guy before I said I wanted it. John, amazing time we had for sure. It was an honor for sure. Oh, it was an incredible time. So I got everything cleaned again, sort of. I didn't really do anything. Actually, I threw shit over here, sort of. Sorry. I got the Eden Pure heater right there. Sitting on top of that is the microwave. Sitting on top of that is the Snap-on box with all my with all the knives in it. And sitting on top of that is when I went out to John's. The funny thing is, when I went out to John's, I brought this camera, and I converted one of the Kong cases to take the camera. You know, I just did the normal pluck I plucked it. I plucked it and spot for the camera. I haven't come up with a spot for the battery charger. I do have a spot for the spare battery. Tell you, nothing beats OEM batteries. The one that I bought on Amazon will run the camera for 120 minutes. The Canon camera battery that came with the camera, you know, even though I don't even know how old it is, that one, after using it for the entire time over at Matt's this morning, working on the Laser Academy video, the entire time I had it on, I realized that it still had 120 minutes to go. So, I don't know, again, you get what you pay for. I want to say that the battery I bought came with that USB charger, and the whole shit and caboodle was like 38 bucks. Poco Local, top 10. Poco Local, you have a build kit for a 308 in the mail. Awesome. Thank you. Actually, I think he did talk about that. Jeremy, glad you made it back safe. I'm glad you guys had fun, and I'd love to hear stories. Most of the really good stuff was on camera. I mean, other than, you know, the normal, you know, acting like family, getting up, making some breakfast, goofing around, watching 3 seasons of Survivor, which John is obsessed with. I mean, I can sort of get why he really likes Survivor. If you are a study of the psyche, and there's some serious game playing that goes on, and some strategy. It's not just being a dick and not caring about anybody but yourself, because that doesn't necessarily work. But holy shit, what is it? Survivor has now been on for 40-something seasons, because they do 2 seasons per year, or I think it was something. It's a lot of damn seasons. In Scourge, you get diagnosed with the coof or something, getting all sentimental, and jeez. You know, that's funny, because like I said, Miles' wife was all concerned that he was hanging around after we were supposedly in the worst pandemic area of the country. Again. The survival rate is 99.97%. So, all I can say is, government, well played. Anybody that is fallen for it, sucker. But, you know, the thing is we did not socially, it wasn't that anybody gave a shit. It's just that when you have people like Christine and John and Jules, when it comes to cooking, why in the hell would you want to go to a restaurant? We didn't go to a single restaurant the entire 2 weeks. Well, take that back. Jerry, we went to the bar and grill, which, surprising, when we got there, there was nobody there but the owner and the bartender, and through our entire meal, I think 2 other people even showed up. The food wasn't bad, but that was it. The rest of the time, we all cooked in and preferred. You know, I did have my lobster roll from the world-famous Lobster Shack in Maine. Beautiful, unbelievable location. Unbelievable. Again, I envisioned, I don't know what I envisioned when I was told a lobster roll. I really didn't envision a hot dog bun stuffed full of a lobster topped with some tartar sauce and a pickle. Especially for $27. I mean, hey, can say I had it. The lobster roll. Well, in the God, it's hard to put them in order because I did a little editing on this. Anybody that knows how this picture goes, that it's funny. I transferred 208 images into this slideshow, and I think I had to delete 20 something because even I thought it went too far. Obviously, in the order in which the whole experience with the lobster, you know, the only part of the whole experience that John didn't make me do by myself was removing the poop tube from the lobster tail. Other than that, grab it and crack it apart, press on the claws, and didn't. I don't think I didn't even use the tool for that, and pulled the meat out. Now, I get where he's coming from, but if I had a chance to do it again, at a bare minimum, I would have had some of the lobster meat, virgin, and then I would have still gone for a little drawn butter to dip it in. Not saying it has to be smothered, because John's just like going, well, then all you're getting is lobster flavored butter. No, John, I do get your point, but yeah, the whole thing in its raw state was I mean, it's all good. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, there was the lobster. The two lobsters basically cooked in a half of an inch of I don't even remember even looking at that one to approve of it. I guess I did. I mean, if you think about it, the water is boiling. You drop two lobsters into the water, put the lid on, and basically the lobsters secrete out. And that turns into a foam, which then rises over them, and they're encased in insulation, which is trapping all that heat in, and basically they cook 18 minutes that way. Now, I mean, did they shit themselves, and that's what made all the little bubbles? I don't know. Next time I do something like that, though, John, no offense, I'm at least gonna have the little thing of butter to, you know, to at least, I mean, even if it's not rolled in it, a little, but it was still an awesome experience. And then I think second place and third place are shared, because the lobster roll was incredible, but so was the clam chowder. That's my only regret on the clam chowder, is it was small, medium, or large, and I got a medium. That was. But the red snappas, oh my God! When you can actually have Christine eat a hot dog and then have a hot dog again, you know you're on to something. But then again, I don't necessarily know if it's the. I can guarantee you I know what Christine's number one issue is with a hot dog, and it's the same one I have. It's the fact that they take all of the shit you would normally never. High five. You would normally never eat, and then they squish it into a skin, and then you go eat it. Versus the red snappas, that's all pork. Again, like I said, a company that stands behind their product to the point where they have tours through the plant all day long, and they'll let you watch how your hot dogs are being made. I I can guarantee you, little Debbie isn't gonna mow down on anything where she watched them shovel the butcher's floor off and then make a hot dog out of it. If you're a fan of hot dogs, that's fine. This is America. You can eat all the damn hot dogs you want. They say for every hot dog you eat, it takes either, was it 11 minutes, or is it 14 minutes off of your life? So then you have to actually eat something good to put some of that minutes back on. And I'm telling you, let's just say that it's only 11 minutes that you lose for every hot dog you've ever eaten in your life. A hot dog isn't worth 11 minutes of my life. It may only seem like 11 minutes, but over the course of your lifetime in hot dogs, that shit really adds up. And a hot dog is not good enough to give up 11 minutes per hot dog to me. Now, the red snappas, I really don't care if you gain or lose eating one of those. Those were incredible. And of course, John's like, hey, have another one. I'm full. Have another one. Okay. Well, there's one left. I was done 2 ago. Eat that. Okay. Cobra says, hello. Hello, Cobra. Hector. 2AHD cat. Yes, Eric. Before you blow up my phone with texts asking if I'm still subbed, yes, I am. Just don't always have a smart-ass thing to say, laugh out loud. Speaking of uploads, I just released a few you have not watched yet, Mr. Man, laugh out loud. Yeah, I am, first of all, I'm absolutely despisingly hating the direction YouTube is going. If it wasn't for you hearing me say this, I don't really care. I don't really care anymore. It's not fun. It's not fun. It's now a job. You're always wondering, oh, did I say something that would offend the little babies at YouTube? I mean, the last video was age restricted, and it's like, I appealed it, and all I sent them was laugh out loud. I mean, again, remember back when, some of you guys, you remember back when YouTube used to be fun? I mean, seriously, I think back and I'm like, you know, if I just never ever did anything on Facebook or YouTube again, how is my life any worse? I mean, the only thing, and I mean the only thing that comes to mind is you guys, the friends that I've made. You know, if it wasn't for the fact that we're scattered all over the United States and across the big pond, Sharkey, yeah, life would be so much better if we were all like in the same community and got to hang out, and the guys that were gun guys, and the guys that just liked the camaraderie. We built a big old raging fire and grabbed a few beers and some whiskey or bourbon, and just we'd be a force to be reckoned with. I can say that. That's my money. I don't think YouTube will allow you to show anything you do on your VMAX in a video, laugh out loud. Well, I haven't, you know, screwed it yet or anything. Smile money. You do not need to collect motorcycles now. That is an addictive behavior. Enjoy the one you have. Tires, battery, new lighting will be enough to keep you spending money faster than it comes in, laugh out loud. Yeah, unfortunately, now the one that I had originally was looking at, even this one from initial lookings, the front. See, I think now a few people have thought that the rear tire is in bad shape, but it's kind of sort of a slick and a tire that you can ride on the road in the rain and kind of thing, all in one. That particular Dunlop qualifier is specifically made just for the VMAX. On the other hand, I thought the front tire was in better shape just because it still has all of its tread. But the fact is, the gentleman that owned the motorcycle before me, in 12 years, put 2,000 miles on it. So sitting, as it turns out, is the kiss of death on a lot of things. Electrical, tires, I'm not gonna break the bank or go stand on the corner with my sign that says I will, I'm a beggar and I'm just trying to raise enough money for tires for my motorcycle. But shortly after the start of next season, I would like to have a front and rear tire ready to go on the bike. There's an awful lot of weather checking right down the inside of all of the tread on the front tire. So if you stand right here and look at the front tire, you'd be like going, hey, that's awesome. It's in really good shape. But you get to about right here and you go, no, it's actually not. And as far as mod Smile Money, I would like to do, I have the windshield ordered for it, and hopefully that'll show up so I can put it on it before the snow flies. Miles got me an LED light, but it will not work with the stock light bucket. And so instead of just putting an LED insert in it, he'd like to really use the one that he got me, because it is badass. It's the same one that he put in his bike, except for this one is a black background with the LEDs on it. And he did have a fairly good idea, as long as we can make it work, and that is to take the stock light bucket, the entire assembly off of the VMAX, and put a black one in that will take that LED fixture. So that's the plan. Other than that, I'd eventually like to do case savers and frame brace. Other than that, that's all I have planned. Smile Money. Smile Money. Let's see. Jeremy, it would be so cool to rip the VMAX through the tunnels in Duluth. I have not gone in that direction yet, Jeremy, but that was one of the very first things that I thought when I heard it. You have to go through the tunnels. Clyde, whiskey and revolution for all. I don't even want to talk about it, Clyde. I don't even want to talk about it. If you saw how the video ended yesterday, I drank half of what I poured of the Port Charlotte with you guys, and then I brought the other half upstairs. I was gonna get some stuff done, get some things done upstairs, and I walked out of the room, and Christine took the shot glass, or the whiskey glass, and set it over on the counter because she was afraid she was going to knock it over on the desk. And then Jules saw it on the counter and dumped it out and cleaned my glass. So once again, the team of Christine and Jules, more good scotch gone a-wasted. I was like, what is wrong with the two of you? Let's see, what do I need to move a few things around here. I apologize. Well, I don't apologize. It's just that I just realized that the bottle of, maybe I should finish something off. This one's almost gone. Well, that's way too much. You know what? You know what I had that does need to be adiosed? Just because I'm into recycling. The last of the Umroot. Cask strength. Oof. Okay. Hey Google, what's the weather like right now?
Currently in Duluth it's 60 degrees with fog. Today, it'll be partly cloudy with a forecasted high of 62 and a low of 50.
What's the chance of rain?
Currently in Duluth, there's only a low chance of rain.
It looks miserable out there. I did not get to go ride, and due to the fact that all of my tools are in my truck, I cannot take the bike to work. And besides that, at 5:35 tomorrow morning, I will be taking Christine to work. And anybody that knows the rest of the story, yes, that is what I will be doing. I've had a beer, and I'm going to have some of this now, maybe a little bit of it later. But you know, the one thing that you can knock me on all you want. The one thing, all the way up to this moment in time in my life, I have never gotten on my motorcycle or any motorcycle I had at the time with a drop of alcohol in me. Stuff, to use a quote that a friend of mine uses a lot, stuff can go sideways so fast on a motorcycle that there is no way that I am going to give the powers that unbe any chance of me doing anything stupid on a bike, especially that one. Vivian, she may be 33 years old. I think she looks goddamn good for an older lady. But there's still somewhere between 145 and more horsepower to the ground on that particular babe. NEIPA. Drunk goggles. Now you can skip the booze. Oh my. NEIPA. These are like straight on to plastered. Holy shit. This is, to me, these are like drinking and doing some drugs, and yeah, these made me feel sick to my stomach. I gotta get Matt to wear some, so he can feel the part. But when you ask him what he thinks of a 60-watt light bulb, at least it won't take 2 hours to answer. By the way, I've been working on another idea. I'm thinking about bringing it to market. Now you just imagine that you're a bad guy, and you just broke into my house. I got Some people say loud noise. Some people say strobe light to disorientate. But I got that all frickin' beat right here. That's right. It's the Tiny Tina 454 Casull. I mean, seriously, when I say freeze, do not come near me. I mean, you just get lost in the look on Tiny Tina's face, and I'm telling you right now, you know, it'd almost be fun to do a video on this because, as JR10 Desert Gold would be happy to tell you, the Raging Bull has the pussy ports on it, which are now firmly inside of Tiny Tina's vaginal opening. So, yes. Hector, I think you should take one of these a run for its money. I'm telling you, the next time that you deal with someone breaking in, you just light up one of these, and I can guarantee you, you're gonna have them distracted. Rich Huff, cheers all. Cheers, Rich. Mr. Mark Mac 85. Stunning brew babes tonight, Eric, and that VMAX is awesome looking. Thank you. I won't argue with you at all. The things that I'm passionate about. I have been in love with the VMAX since it was introduced in 1985, and in 2009 they introduced the Gen 2 version of it. And don't get me wrong, it's badass. 200 horsepower to the rear tire. You just think about that. You just think about 100. Think about 145 horsepower. Well, with everything that's been done to this one, I give it all of that 147 horsepower that's rated at the crank is now going to the rear tire, and that's on pump gas. We have a place up over the hill, like a 12. It's 3/4 of the way to dead on shooting range, and they sell full on racing fuel at the pump. Not to mention, tomorrow morning I will be 6 feet away from a really cool place. My buddy Johnny owns a place called Thunder Motorsports over in Superior, and I can grab a 5-gallon can of racing fuel, and I could purchase that and put it in Vivian. 5 gallons is $127. Well, he's got different levels of fun in a can, but the highest octane leveled stuff, I don't know, that might even be much. I have not even looked. I am assuming that the VMAX is rated for premium. I know Samantha's her Radian. Yamaha recommends premium for that. Me personally, as of this moment in time, the only fuel I've put in it, and I'm actually kind of proud to say I've filled. I think the gas tank was full when I took possession of said motorcycle, and I have filled it twice so far. Again, previous guy put 2,000 miles on it in 12 years. My goal is to beat that before it snows. I'll just be out in the garage with it up on a jack stand, dropping through the gears. Just kidding. No, Mr. Mark Mac, without continuously sounding like a 2-year-old, that bike is an absolute holy grail dream come true. Yes, I have things in the gun collection that I would call a holy grail thing, but I just never thought I would be able to find a first generation of the VMAX that was in right now. The oil that was in it looked very clean when I was dumping it out and doing an oil change. I checked the rear gears in it last night, and the fluid, the oil in there looks very clean, and it was right up to the inspection hole. Supposedly the battery's new. Supposedly the clutch is new. As of right now, the only issue that I've had at all is a wiring issue, and it looked like some, it's the problem is the conditions for which it was sitting, and probably sitting so long. You get moisture in some connections. We found one connection that had the green residue on it. Cleaned that connection, put dielectric grease, put it back together. The other day, the headlight went out, and on the run that me and Miles did, the headlight was on when I left the garage, off when I got to the bank, came back on somewhere in there, and stayed on for the whole trip. So, again, sometimes the kiss of death is when you don't use something. That's not going to be the case for me. That is not going to be the case for me. And like I said yesterday, my number one goal is to do what I can to make Christine happy and find the motorcycle that she wants. Now, if she hears me say this, and I've said it to her face, her whole goal of owning a brand new one is idiotic, especially for somebody that is as Jewish Italian as she is. Christine, if you hear me say this, you can buy a brand new Harley, roll it from the showroom floor, transfer the name from the dealership into yours, and by the time it's sitting in the parking lot, it's already lost thousands of dollars. All I'm going to keep saying is, I'm driving a motorcycle that's 33 years old, and you couldn't make me trade it for the brand new one. I've been between me, Miles, and Matt, we have found some pretty awesome looking 1200 Sportsters, the blacked out version, with the bobbed whatever you call them, the gator boots over the front forks like she wants, and you're talking about brand new. It's almost $14,000, and you put a couple of years on it, and all of a sudden it's $5,000 or $6,000. Then again, if you watched yesterday's brew review, I am more than willing to offer up something that would get me 80% of that bike paid for if I could sell it, and I would. I absolutely would for you, Christine, because as much as you drive me crazy, I love you. And you just call Wade and I'll explain it to you. Smile money. Those kids are actually in the parade riding inside of a dumpster. Laugh out. I also had a judicial candidate hand me a plastic cover for my vaccine card. I asked him if he supported vaccine passports, and he got a blank stare. Then I followed up with, well, you didn't think that one through, did you? You know what's one of the biggest sellers right now? Well, they're not fake. Real digital vaccine cards. I'm not going to explain what I know, how I know, or what I know. I'm just going to tell you that I know the number one thing, probably at this point in time into the millions, are people walking around with a legitimate vaccine card. No, they didn't go get this. They didn't go get this online. It's a real one. Because you know what? Where there's a will, there's a way. And when real patriotic Americans come together, we can circumvent that crap all day long. So, you know what? If it comes down to, I can't do this unless I can prove I've had the vaccine. Oh, I can prove I've had the vaccine. But guess what? I don't have your DNA inhibitor alternator or whatever the hell. You can say what you want. The fact is that the product, which isn't even a vaccine, when you have to play around and get them to change something so that they can alter the lie to meet their behalf. Again, 99.97 survival rate. Your odds are probably a better dying by falling in the shower. But look at where we are. Look at where we are. Giddy up, little sheep. Giddy up, little sheep. Yes, giddy up, little sheep. Smile money. Sometimes the air conditioning blowing in your face will dry your eyes out on long trips. And guess what, Smile Money? What was on probably 90% of the time in the car? Talk to the air conditioning queen. You know, I don't know if I made this comment or not. We'll get in nice and close, so if Christine watches this, she won't hear me say it because I'm whispering. So she went on and on about how I should take the air conditioners out of the window before we left because it was a breach of security. I'm like, first of all, let me get something straight. Michelle's watching our house. Matt's watching our house. Miles is watching our house. And Mike is watching our house. Not to mention, we have a pretty decent security system and a standalone security camera system. Okay, I'm here to honestly tell you that it'd be easier to get into my house through a window that the air conditioner wasn't in. You can't lift up the air conditioner or the upper window because the air conditioner is bolted to the sash and the two windows are then locked together. Smile Money, I won't get into it because he is my security advisor. All I'm going to say is that a window's made out of glass. So I refuse to take the air conditioners out of the window because I know how she is. Guess what has been on almost 24/7 since we got back? Good thing it's not in the basement. Good thing it's actually in the window. But I digress. Smile Money, bestseller. Create an eye-opening lesson in the dangers of drinking and driving with a unique pair of goggles. Oh, I couldn't. Oh. Through the goggles do not represent a specific blood alcohol concentration. This specifically designed eyewear recreates the visual distortion, loss of perception, and lack of control that impair drunken drivers. I would get Matt's review of those glasses. I know he is well versed in driving well impaired. I don't know how you can. I can tell you right now, NIHAP, Smile Money, I have never been so drunk in my life that my vision looked like what you see while looking through these. It's like, first of all, it changes your focus direction so that both eyes aren't even aiming in the same direction. Let alone, 5 seconds in, could not agree with that more. The resident in the Oval Office. The resident in the Oval Office, not the president. Because he wasn't elected by the majority of the voting public. Did I mention that I drove 3,585 miles since I left Duluth and returned to Duluth, and I did not see one, not one Biden sign. Well, first, if I was really going to fortify my financial decision, I'll just say, I wish I could get $10 for every Trump sign, flag, poster, anything that said that was pro-Trump in 3,585 miles. YouTube and all of you fact-checking pieces of shit out there, there is no way, there is absolutely no way you will ever convince me that the Biden administration is legitimate. Fraudulent. 3,585 miles, and that we lost track of how many Trump signs that we saw. And F. Oh my God, at $10 a piece, I'd be buying the next round the entire night at the bar for all of you guys, for every single time that I saw F Biden. See, Smile Money, I've tried really hard this time around, haven't dropped an F-bomb yet. Not a single Biden yard sign, flag, nothing. Not a single one. As a matter of fact, I don't even know if I even saw anything pro-Biden on a rear of a car. I saw a few Bernie, feel the burn, but all pro-Trump. All pro-Trump. So, where are you 90 million Biden voters? That's right, you don't exist. It's all a creation of the media and the Biden administration and the continued lie of the fraud that they have perpetrated on the United States of America and the voting public. You're going to convince me that this effing retard who couldn't get more than 100 people to show up at one of his rallies is the legitimate president? Yeah, that's a funny one. That is freaking absolutely hilarious. Salty Shellback is naked. There's a shock. McLean, Eric, you look like a minion. First to say that. McLean, how many other people said you look like a minion with the goggles? Screw mom's polish? I don't know if I'd do that. McLean, Eric, I was texting you from the table at my 20th anniversary dinner. The only thing I was thinking about was my anniversary with you. I know this. McLean, Eric, he's actually being truthful when he said that he was texting me in the middle of his 20th wedding anniversary. McLean, Eric, I'll cover the mini bike scene for the new channel. Okay, we'll hook you up. Matt Davis, sounds like good times. It was awesome, Matt. It was honestly awesome. Matt again, well, when I get my VMAX to visit you and the guys, I will carry a gas can or two. Yeah, you're going to have to. Yeah, it really wasn't made for the open adventure of the United States of America. The VMAX was pretty much made to destroy from that stoplight to the next. Stephen, people send you the weirdest shit. Well, thanks for catching me up, Steve. Wade, to be honest, I wouldn't kick any of the ladies out of bed. Just saying. Well, she's got like something wrong with her right there. That could be a problem. I would check into that. Stephen. Oh, home stretch here. We're almost done. Stephen, since you now have a vacuum sealer, get a Sonos. That I love mine. He says that's you know, I'm still not 100% sure exactly. Isn't that where you vacuum seal the meat or whatever, and is it water? It heats up the water? I've seen a video from JR10, and I tell you, any of you guys that have one of these things, absolutely swear by it. Okay, where can I buy one, or should I say, how much are they? I'm assuming this is something that would be available on Amazon, which is, it's almost to the point where I'm almost feeling dirty. Okay, I see a $60 one, 1100 watt. I see an $80 one. Amazon Choice is a $127 one. Precision cooker with Bluetooth ability. I see a $200 one, a $200 one. I'm guessing that if I started to actually look at, I see one that's an entire unit built into one, as opposed to, I still don't know exactly how these things work, but yeah, I'll have to do a little follow-up research, Steve. It seems like anybody that has one really likes it. Steve, interesting to see the JP may hit the dusty trail. It's for the best. In this particular case, yes. Yeah. I mean, let's just say I can go over to the shelf and grab the JP Killer. Why do I really have to have a $10,000 plus rifle? I mean, smile money. If you think about it, the JP has not been fired yet this summer. But if I would have had a motorcycle for Christine, there would already be thousands of miles on it. So if you're interested, let me know. But I am not offering up any deals. Zero. Either I get what I have into it, or I'm not even going to bother. I mean, a little bit of room there, but screw you and the whole low ball offer. Don't be butthurt. Wade, so who won the race? You or Miles? I know you did, so fess up. We would never think about... No, Wade, I have no idea what you're talking about. Come on, I was up against a Harley Davidson, for Christ's sakes. One's fast, and the other one just sounds like it. Sharky, JP and the Redhead AK on deck. Those goggles make you look 10 years younger. You should wear them all the time. Oh my god. I would barf. Sharky, cool watch. Yes. Yes, it is. Thank you. Sharky with last comment. SH, all the babes are nice, but I'll cheers to the outro boobs. Okay. Give a score on this, and then we're heading to the club. Juicier bomb. There is a juice bomb. I know I had a couple of these while I was out there, and I do like this more because it has more. On a scale of 1 to 10, and of course you guys know if I give a decent number to an IPA that it's probably pretty good. Now if you're a person that says, I really don't like these ones that have a lot of tropical fruitiness, then I don't recommend this one for you. But it's definitely thick. It has a lot of mouthfeel. It's not boozy, and it's actually very tasty. I would give this an 8.5. Okay, and we're in the club, and the only one here is Harmarsh Two-Hearted Ale Club, the Sunny Slopes long ago. Cheers, clubbers. And well, Harmarsh, cheers to you. Bring this upstairs so Christine and Jules can throw it away. Okay, I don't know about tomorrow. Thought I had something going on, but now I can't think of what I could possibly have going on. So, it'll all be a surprise. Cheers, guys.